All right, welcome back to Offbeat Motors. I'm Corey, and today I'm doing some maintenance on my 2018 Dodge Challenger RT. This is the 5.7 liter Hemi. If you haven't been following the channel, I've had her a little over 3 years now. I absolutely love it. It's got the 6-speed, exactly what I was looking for when I bought it. But today, it's all about the maintenance is what I'm working on, doing oil changes, stuff like that. So some boring stuff. But something dawned on me that is often overlooked during the maintenance process, and there's a particular item on the car that should be changed anywhere, depending upon the manufacturer and the product that you're using, anywhere from probably 10 to 20,000 miles. Also, where you live, how you use the vehicle, type stuff. But anyways, talking about the air filtration system, and not the engine air filtration system, the cabin air filtration system. It's a very important part of every vehicle nowadays. I'm pretty sure all of them that are sold today have air filters that have to be changed out periodically. And they are often overlooked unless your vehicle's going to a dealership. And it can get pretty pricey when you go to a dealership. So this is something that you can do relatively inexpensive, and you can do it at home, and I'm going to show you how to do it today. I'm going to demonstrate it on my Challenger, but the process is going to be generally the same. It may not be in the same location for your vehicle, because I know some of them, the filters are changed from inside. Some of them have them behind the glove box, and you just pop the glove box lid down and it comes out, and then you can get to it and stuff like that. But a lot of the cars have them in the front of the vehicle, up underneath the hood, under the wiper cowl, which we'll get to in a minute. And I picked up a filter. These come in all different shapes, sizes, so you want to make sure you get the proper application for your vehicle. They are also made by all different kinds of companies, and they come in all different varying levels. Just like the air filtration system in your home for your HVAC, when you go to Home Depot, Lowe's, or whatever to buy a filter, you have all these different sizes and choices of filters, anywhere from cheap to more expensive. And the same philosophy applies to this. This filter is tasked with getting dust and pollen out of the air as it comes into your vehicle. So it helps people like myself that have really bad allergies, so it's pretty important. And you should be changing it out periodically based upon what type of filter you have. This particular one is a MicroGuard, which is, I believe, made by Wix. And I think this one is anywhere from 10 to 15,000, every 12 months, 15,000 miles. This particular one says. Check your owner's manual. I know, God forbid, look it up. Pull your owner's manual out of your glove box, open it for that first time, blow the dust off of it, and look in there and see what type of maintenance schedule your manufacturer recommends. A lot of these manufacturers are different, so check yours. But the purpose of this is, like I said, for dirt and pollen and stuff like that, to take it out of the air before it goes into the cabin. These things started showing up in cars in the late 90s. In mass-produced cars. I believe they were in vehicles prior to that, in the higher-end luxury vehicles, which is generally where it all starts anyways, and then it trickles down to the lesser vehicles. But I was working at a Volkswagen dealership in the late 90s going into the early 2000s, and I know the 98 Passat had them, the 98 Volkswagen Beetle, when that came back, that had it, and the Mark IV Golf and Jetta had them. The more money you spend on these isn't necessarily the better option. A lot of times you're going to be paying for the brand name. I'm a fan of Wix. I generally try to buy Wix because it's something that I've always used. You may be different, but I couldn't find a Wix, but they did have MicroGuard at the local O'Reilly's that I went to, so that's what I picked up. It was $19.99. It's relatively inexpensive, and like I said, you can do it at home. Now, if you do something like this at a dealership, this is how the scenario usually goes, because you don't even think about doing this. It's you pull up into the service drive, you're there for your oil change, and most dealerships across the country nowadays, one of the things that they automatically do is a vehicle inspection. It's a free vehicle inspection. Why is it free? Well, this is why it's free, because they're going to look for certain things on your vehicle, very common things on your vehicle that go bad. They're going to look at your brakes, your tires, your filters, all those types of things, and they're going to check it. And it's just a quick general overlook, and a lot of times they have electronic ones where they fill out on the computer that they put what the tire, all that stuff is. And how it usually goes is this is probably one of the #1 things that inspection will find as needing to be changed, because most people don't even think about this. They do get pretty dirty, and we're going to find out in a minute how dirty mine is. But a lot of the tactics are, they will come out and they will show you, oh yes, so we looked at your vehicle, and one of the things that we look at for our free inspection is your cabin air filter, and I just want to show you what yours looks like, and it really needs to be replaced. And we're running a special today, and if you do it today, we can do it for $99.99. It's a $20 filter, and they're charging you $100 for it, and they're showing you a filter, which isn't necessarily your filter. And I know it's not necessarily your filter because I've actually spoken with service advisors, I've worked at dealerships, I've seen it happen, and I know it happens because I've been told they keep a filter under their desk. It's a filthy, dirty, it's a tactic they have. And they will pull it out, and they will go to you and say, your filter needs to be changed. This is your filter. And it's not necessarily the filter that fits your vehicle. So just be cognizant of something like that. Ask yourself, is it really that expensive? Everybody has cell phones nowadays. Look it up real quick. Go into O'Reilly's. You can look up in your vehicle and find the filters and find out how expensive they are. I think AutoZone has it. Most places has it. You can go to Rock Auto, all these different places, and find out how expensive these actually are. And they're relatively easy to put in. And that's what we're going to do today. So let's get right into that, and I'm going to show you on my vehicle how it's done. And remember, yours could be different. Okay, so on the Dodge Challengers, and I believe the Chargers, the pollen filter is actually going to be over here on the passenger side. This is the wiper cowl. It runs from right to left, and there's an access panel right here. You just take this panel off, hit some stuff, and if you look in there, it's a little difficult. Let's grab a light so we can really see what's going on. Okay, so we're switched over to the GoPro. Got a nice little light here that I picked up. And if you look in here, this is where the pollen filter is. It's also referred to as pollen filter. A lot of people may know it as cabin air filter, whatever works for you. And as you can see, mine is very dusty. I just bought a house, and in this neighborhood, they are still building homes. So it gets really dirty. As you can tell from the rest of the car, I just washed it recently, and just look at the dust on there. It's just, see it? Look at all that. It's nasty. But let's go ahead and pull this out. Alright, so basically all we got to do is reach in here, pull that up just a little bit. See that cover right there? And then you can reach in and pull the filter out. Now pay attention when you're pulling this out that you're going to see exactly how it goes. This says rear of vehicle. That is the airflow. The new filter is going to have some arrows on it as well, which are going to show you the airflow. And you want to pay attention to that. We'll pull it out, and then we'll see how dirty this really is. It is a tight fit. Some of them are easier than others, but for the most part, you can wrestle it out of there. And it's caught on something. What did I catch it on? Oh. Oh, I got it. Caught on, I believe, this piece right here. There we go. You see all that dirt coming off of there, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at this filter, and we will compare it to the new one. Okay, so welcome to my garage floor. So here is the original one. This is the back side that faces the inside of the car, and this is the intake side. There's a huge difference there. And when we compare that to the new filter, my fingers want to work today. there is a noticeable difference. Yeah, this is pretty disgusting, and it blocks your airflow and everything else. So you could see a performance loss on your vehicle if you continue to let this build up. And I've seen it so bad before where it's just packed full of leaves and everything. So we're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna go with this. And like I said, it does have the airflow arrows right there, so we know exactly which way to go. So let's go ahead and get this put back in. Okay, so in order to put it back in, it's the exact opposite of how we took it out. Airflow. This is the airflow. So this is going to go to the back. This is going to point towards the engine bay. And like I said, install is the reverse of taking it out. So there's a screw right here on mine. That's what I'm running into. That's why I couldn't get it out. So I'm going to try to, this is plastic, just be careful. Hold that up like that. I'm going to try to get it in past that screw. It's a dumb place to put a screw, Chrysler. And now we're going to, now you got it down in there, we're going to go ahead and get it into the box. There's usually a groove of which it sits in. Some of these just slip right into place. Some of them you just have to maneuver real. And that's it. It's in there. Just reach down, just make sure everything's good. And we are good to go. It's that simple. And I almost forgot to put this grill piece back on. There, that simple. That's all there is to it. And there you have it. That's how you change one of these cabin air filters. They're relatively inexpensive. It's something you can do on your own. You don't need to be spending the $69.95 special at the dealership, $100, whatever it may be. Just keep yourself informed, look into it yourself, and it's probably something you can do on your own. If you guys enjoyed the video and you made it this far, give it a thumbs up. If you thought there was something better I could do, leave it down in the comments, because I know you will anyways. And don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and I'll catch you guys next time around, because the next video I do on the Challenger is going to be how to clean the Mopar cold air intake air filter. A lot of people think it's like K&N. It's actually not, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Thanks for watching. You thought I was going to end it there, didn't you? Because there was a long pause, but it didn't really happen. But now I'm going to. Or am I going? Okay, I'm going. Yeah, I'm going. Okay, fine, I'll do it.